How's it going again? This is part 9 of this massive update. I'm going to go ahead and start this off with Rabid Grannies. It's actually one of my favorite trauma films that I've seen. It's about these two grannies. They're attending this family reunion type thing, and they get this package from a part of the family that's kind of outcast because they believe they're devil worshippers. But anyway, the grannies open these packages, and some fumes come out, some smoke comes out, and possesses the grannies and turns them into like demons. And they proceed to go after the family and eat whoever they can find. It's actually really funny and actually pretty gory in parts. And like I said, one of my favorite trauma films. This is the older release that I picked up off of Amazon a few months ago. I'm going to show you the inside. Just basic stuff. Picture quality is decent, but not great. And this is the one I picked up last month at Crypticon in Seattle. I just really liked the cover, and I just wanted to have a second copy of it, like a backup or something. I was actually wondering if they cleaned up the picture on this, but I highly doubt it. And I believe it's the same length, no added footage or anything, but I don't know, I just really like this cover. If you guys like horror comedies and just really gory films about like demon possession, these are ones you should probably check out, or this is one you should probably check out. And next up we have Sorority Babes and Slimeball Bolorama. It's basically about these sorority chicks that are going through this initiation, and there's these dudes that are kind of peeking in on them, and the dudes end up getting caught up in the initiation as punishment. So the sorority girls and then the dudes have to go to this mall to break into the bowling alley to steal something from the bowling alley. So they decide to steal a trophy. The trophy has an imp or a troll in it that actually grants wishes unexpectedly, and that's pretty much the movie. And needless to say, all the wishes pretty much go wrong, but actually really funny. The first chunk of the movie is actually really good. It slows down towards the end, but overall still enjoyable, I thought. It stars Linnea Quigley and one of the dudes that was in Night of the Demons. So if you like B movies, horror comedies, I guess, definitely check this out. I've seen this in a few people's updates already, but anyway. Next up is Ginger Snaps. This girl Ginger gets infected by a werewolf, and she basically begins the process of becoming a werewolf. She actually is pretty much a wild woman, really horny, likes to eat raw meat and stuff like that. And her sister is actually trying to figure out how she can kind of reverse what's going on to her sister. And that's pretty much the movie. I don't want to give away the ending, but it's kind of a different take on the werewolf film, and recommended if you want something a little bit different as far as werewolf movies are concerned. So check that out. I got part 2 as well. Continues with her Ginger's sister. She infects herself with the curse of a werewolf. She actually ends up in an asylum without. There's an antidote that was developed in the first movie, and so she uses it on herself. But when she gets locked up in the asylum, she has no antidote. So the curse is kind of running its course, and so on and so forth. This is the second one, not as good as the first, but still worth checking out. I'll probably get that prequel that they have of it eventually, but anyway, next up, Frankenhooker, and this is probably my second favorite Frank Henenlotter film after the Basket Case movies. It's Frankenhooker, special uncut edition. It's basically about this guy, his fiance gets chopped up in a lawnmower accident, and he's obsessed. The guy's obsessed with, I guess, keeping her alive. So he gets the bright idea to get body parts. He wants to rebuild her, and he's trying to figure out how to rebuild her. So he gets the bright idea to get body parts from these hookers. Extremely funny movie. The ending was great. The ending reminded me a lot of Basket Case because of the little creatures that are in it, and just a very funny movie, especially when Frankenhooker comes to life. But yeah, it's got let's see, I'm trying to see. It's got commentary with Frank Henenlotter. It's widescreen. Best of 1990, according to Joe Bob Briggs. I don't know about all that, but it's definitely a very good film. And Bill Murray quote on here: "If you only see one movie this year, it should be Frankenhooker." So that's kind of pretty high praise, even if they are joking. But highly recommended if you're into Frank Henenlotter movies. You will not be disappointed. Next up, we have Evil Ed. It's about this guy that gets assigned to edit a horror film, and it kind of makes him go a little bit insane, and he starts just slicing people up. It's actually pretty funny. Again, if you're into horror comedies, this is one you should check out as well. It says Scream meets Popcorn. I haven't seen Popcorn. That's one I want to see as well. Evil Ed. It's a no-brainer. There's a disc. Check it out. And then next up we have, this is the last of the Sleepaway Camp movies. I mean, aside from the one that was just released recently, a remake or whatever it was, but it's Sleepaway Camp 3. Probably one of the craziest of the three. Really gory, extremely corny. I believe this is the one with that one snotty bigot chick. I was kind of glad to see her go, but and it's like kind of they get a bunch of like rich kids and some like inner city kids together, and it's just a mess. But yeah, it's really campy, and this is probably after the second one. It's probably my second favorite one out of the three. So, Teenage Wasteland, Sleepaway Camp 3. And then this one, extremely powerful movie based on a novel by Jack Ketchum, inspired by actual events, and it's The Girl Next Door. It's basically about this, I believe she's adopted girl, and she gets tortured by her stepmom, and that's pretty much the long and short of it. But I mean, there's other things going on in this movie, obviously. Some of the more shocking parts of the movie is the fact that some of the neighborhood kids are involved in the torture of this girl, and I was really surprised by that. And at first it starts off like you see how the stepmom treats the daughter, and you're like, oh, she's just a bitch. This ain't that bad, you know. Stepmom's just a bitch, you know. But it turns out that her stepmom's really a fucking lunatic, and does some pretty outlandish shit to this girl. After seeing this movie, I had the same feeling after I watched Martyrs, but after I watched this was like a little bit to a lesser degree, just on a different level, I guess. I was really pissed off after watching this. I felt kind of sad after watching this, but it just kind of shows how capable people are of doing some really fucked up things to other people, especially when they think they won't get caught, or out of jealousy or whatever the case may be. But highly disturbing movie, especially since it's based on true events. The fact that people are actually capable of shit like that is really disturbing. And this is actually more of a horror film than a lot of these so-called horror films, in all honesty. But definitely check this out if you want to see a powerful, disturbing movie. Yeah. And I'll go ahead and cut that off there. That's part 9. Stay tuned for part 10. Peace.